Hey and welcome to the daily Manchester United news show. Let's begin with our daily news. Fabrizio Romano says Harry Maguire always wanted to go to West Ham United. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano claims Harry Maguire has always been keen to join West Ham United as his Manchester United future continues to stutter. Maguire has gone from captain of the Red Devils to fifth choice centre back at the club behind Raphael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw. And while injuries to Shaw and Varane might have offered Maguire a glimpse of first team action, Erik Ten Hag's reported urgency in seeking cover at left back, plus the one-year signing of a free agent Johnny Evans, suggest that even under these circumstances, he will be warming the bench. Over the weekend, rumors have started to circulate that the deal could be resurrected, with the London club potentially helping to offset the wage cut by paying a signing-on fee. The possibility of it being a loan deal was also noted. And now, Romano says Maguire was always keen on the move, but the problem now might be a lack of time to close the deal. He said, I am not aware of Harry Maguire rejecting West Ham. He has always been open to joining them this summer, but he wants to do so on his conditions, and the player is also really attracted by the chance of joining David Moyes. For the rest of the transfer window, Maguire would be open to a loan move from now to deadline day, but Erik Ten Hag and Man United feel it's going to be difficult to replace him if he leaves on loan, so at the moment, it's still not easy and it looks like the defender might stay. One player that could replace Maguire if he was to leave is Nice defender Jeanclaire Todibu. Nice are reportedly closing in on a replacement, but United would have to sell Maguire for that deal to materialize rather than send him out on loan. Manchester United ready to make Erik Ten Hag contract decision despite of field uncertainties. Manchester United are reportedly ready to hand Erik Ten Hag a new contract despite the Dutchman only becoming manager at Old Trafford back in April of 2022. The Dutch manager has been a success so far since he was appointed over a year ago, and the former Ajax manager now looks set to be rewarded with a new contract if reports are to be believed. According to an exclusive report from the Daily Star, United's decision makers are ready to offer Ten Hag a new contract following a successful debut season, which included Carabao Cup success. The Dutch manager became the first coach at United to win a trophy since Jose Mourinho did back in 2017, and it seems the Glazer family are ready to reward his good performances. According to the report, despite the uncertainty of the pitch with the American family, the Glazers are still keen to reward Ten Hag with a new two-year contract extension to his current contract, which expires in 2025. The American family believes that the new contract for the Dutchman makes sense no matter what they decide to do with the club, as United look for much-needed stability in the dugout after years of instability. The Dutch manager would see his £9 million a year contract increased to around £14 million a season, which would put him alongside some of the club's top earners. This news does seem a bit out of the blue after a difficult start to the season for Ten Hag on and off the pitch. It seems rewarding the 52-year-old with a new contract is a bit sudden. United made a similar mistake with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after the UEFA Europa League final defeat. The American family, as they so often do, rushed into a decision, and the following season was a calamitous one. The smart thing to do is to hold off negotiating a contract with the Dutchman. He has 2 years left on his deal. If United progress this season, then you extend his contract, but for now, United need to hold firm. Manchester United target Jeanclaire Todibu stars in Nice clean sheet. Manchester United linked defender Jeanclaire Todibu is playing on amid interest from the Red Devils. Sofiane Robert has recently been sidelined by Fiorentina, who are resigned to his departure, with Manchester United transfer interest casting a shadow over the Moroccan's future, the Mail report. Nice, on the other hand, are trying to ignore Manchester United's reported interest in Jeanclaire Todibu and just hope it all goes away. L'Equipe reported last week there is a strong interest from United in Todibu, valued at around £35 million. For now, he remains with Nice. Jeanclaire Todibu was in action last night for Nice in League One as they took on Lyon. It ended in a 0-0 draw, keeping up an undefeated yet winless start to the season for the Sir Jim Ratcliffe-owned side. With 3 consecutive draws, Todibo was excellent in central defense to keep a clean sheet, shutting out Laurent Blanc's side. The 23-year-old defender completed more passes than any other player on the pitch, 92 in total, from 99 attempts. He had 115 touches in total, winning 2 of 2 tackles attempted and making 3 clearances, also making 8 ball recoveries. Manchester United approached representatives of versatile Premier League ace with 12 assists last season. Manchester United reportedly want to sign the Tottenham Hotspur player Ivan Perisic on loan this season. A report from Football Transfers claims that the Red Devils have contacted the agent of the 34-year-old Croatian international regarding a potential move, but the player's representatives have now knocked back the approach. Manchester United are looking to bring in someone who can fill in as the left back in the absence of Luke Shaw. The England international has picked up a serious injury and he will be sidelined for several weeks. The 34-year-old can operate as the left winger as well as the fullback. He was outstanding for Tottenham in the fullback role under Antonio Conte and he produced 12 assists across all competitions last season. He has the quality and experience to execute the role for Manchester United as a stopgap option, and Perisic would have been a quality acquisition, especially on a loan deal. Meanwhile, Manchester United have been linked with a number of other fullbacks, including Marco Correa and Marcos Alonso. It will be interesting to see if they can bring in the right reinforcement before the summer transfer window closes. Luke Shaw is not the only left back sidelined with an injury at the club. Tyrell Malacia has picked up a knock as well. Manchester United are severely lacking in depth when it comes to the fullback department, and they should look to address the situation quickly. Tottenham Hotspur plotting January move for Manchester United target. Tottenham Hotspur are plotting the signing of a Brentford striker and reported Manchester United target Ivan Toney. A report recently covered by the People's Person indicated that Toney changed his agents in a clear sign that he is keen on securing a transfer from Brentford. The Englishman is currently serving an 8-month ban for allegedly breaching 232 gambling laws. United were also said to be planning to move in for Toney as early as the winter transfer window. The Bees value their star man at around the £80 million mark. When he returns to action, Toney will have 18 months left on his current deal at the Dutch Community Stadium. Football Insider reports that Tottenham are eyeing the 27-year-old. The North London outfit view him as the perfect replacement for Harry Kane, who left the Premier League in search of pastures new in the Bundesliga with Bayern München. It's easy to see why some of the Premier League's top clubs are already planning in advance for Toney, despite him not being active at the moment. Last season, he managed an impressive 20 goals in 33 league appearances. Only Manchester City's Erling Haaland and Kane found the back of the net on more occasions than Toney. His exploits earned him a first England call-up in March. The goal scorer made his debut for the Three Lions in a 2-0 win against Ukraine. Man United planning shock move for Barcelona left-back Marcos Alonso. Manchester United are planning a shock move for Barcelona left-back Marcos Alonso following a muscular injury for Luke Shaw, according to the Telegraph. The Red Devils are currently without Shaw until November after his latest injury. His deputy Tyrell Malacia is also out of action. He has been nursing a knee issue for several months. Hence, United find themselves short in the left back department. Diogo Dalot played as the makeshift left back at the weekend, and the club are now keen on signing a specialist. As per the Telegraph, Alonso is one of the players considered as an emergency signing before the deadline. Marco Correa and Sergio Reguilon are the other alternatives. The £103,000 a week star has vast Premier League experience from his time at Chelsea. He made 52 goal contributions in 212 games for the Blues, out of which 47 came in the league. Alonso was hugely successful in the final third for the London club, but the 32-year-old had his flaws at the back. He was often caught out of position when making overlapping runs. In our view, he would be a risky signing for the Red Devils. Reguilon or Cucurella would be better acquisitions than Alonso. They have better awareness in defensive situations. Talks have already started with a Chelsea over a loan deal for Cucurella, but he won't come on the cheap. Apart from a sizable loan fee, United would need to pay his £175,000 a week wages. Cucurella had a dismal debut season with the Blues, but he was one of the standout players during his time at Brighton. He was brilliant with his defensive and offensive contributions. Manchester United discussing potential loan swap deal for Bayern München's Ryan Gravenberch. Manchester United are reportedly in talks with Bayern München over a potential loan swap deal for Ryan Gravenberch. This is according to Sport Bild, who report Scott McTominay could move to the Allianz Arena as part of an arrangement to sign the Netherlands international. The Red Devils are looking to bolster their midfield ranks and consider Gravenberch as an ideal option. Manager Erik Tanguy knows the player well, having worked together during his time at Ajax. The young midfielder joined Bayern last summer, but the move didn't work out for him. He greatly struggled for minutes at the club, making only 3 starts in the Premier League. Gravenberch is reportedly ready to move to England, but the Bavarians are reluctant to sell him, with very less time left to sign a replacement. However, they could be open to a loan move for the 21-year-old. Thomas Tuchel's side are keen on Scott McTominay, and so a swap loan deal involving the Scott and the Gravenberch could be suitable for all the parties involved. McTominay struggled for regular game time at Old Trafford last season, making only 10 Premier League starts. With the arrival of Mason Mount from Chelsea, his first team chances have further diminished. The 26-year-old wasn't part of the starting 11 in United's first 3 Premier League matches and only made 2 late substitute appearances. He can hope to reignite his career with a temporary move to Germany. Tuchel is desperate to sign a holding midfielder and believes this got to be a good fit. Sofiane Robert unlikely to join Man United. Interest has been overstated by Italian media. Fiorentina midfielder Sofiane Robert is unlikely to join Manchester United before the transfer window closes, according to Manchester Evening News. The Morocco international has been linked with United over the past couple of months, and Fabrizio Romano recently said that the midfielder is waiting for the club. United received a big boost yesterday, with Fiorentina willing to consider an initial loan deal. But Manchester Evening News claim that he is one of 10 midfielders that the club have tracked. Furthermore, the interest in the midfielder has been overstated in the Italian media. If Mrabat does leave Fiorentina this summer, it's unlikely to be for United. Mrabat, who was described as an world-class player by Morocco manager at the World Cup, has been training away from the Fiorentina squad this month. United have been proactive in pursuing their top targets this summer. They managed to sign Mason Mount, Andre Onana and Rasmus Højlund before the end of pre-season. Mrabat has also been linked with the club for a number of weeks, but Fiorentina have not received any offer. The club's financial fair play situation could be a reason behind this. It could also mean that United are looking at different solutions for their midfield. While Mrabat has been linked, they may have other choices in mind before the deadline. Everton's Amadou Onana and Bayern München's Ryan Gravenberch could be candidates, and only time will tell which player the club could decide to sign before the window closes. Mrabat could be a fallback option for United if they can't pursue their top targets. The Moroccan is now available on the chip and has already given the green light to join the club. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.